Okay, so this is Genesis chapter 32. Then Jacob continued his journey and was met by angels of God. When he saw them, Jacob said, "This is the company of God," and he called that place Mahanaim. Jacob sent messengers on ahead to his brother Esau to the district of Seir in the Edomite country. And this is what he told him to say to Esau. "My lord, your servant Jacob says, I have been living with Laban and have now stayed there till now. I have oxen, asses, and sheep, and male and female slaves, and I sent to tell you this, my lord, so that I may win your favor." The messengers returned to Jacob and said, "We met your brother Esau already on the way to meet you with 400 men. Jacob, much afraid and distressed, divided the people with him, as well as the sheep, cattle, and camels, into 2 companies, thinking that if Esau should come upon one company and destroy it, the other company would survive. Jacob said, "O God of my father Abraham, God of my father Isaac, O Lord, at whose bidding I came back to my own country and to my kindred, promise me prosperity. I am not worthy of all that true and steadfast love which thou hast shown to me thy servant. When I crossed the Jordan, I had nothing but the staff of my hand. Now I have 2 companies. Save me, I pray, for my brother Esau, for I am afraid that he may come and destroy me, sparing neither mother nor child. But thou didst say, I will prosper you and will make your descendants like the sand of the sea, which is beyond all counting." Jacob spent the night there, and as present for his brother Esau he chose from the herds he had with him 200 she-goats, 20 he-goats, 200 ewes, and 20 rams, 30 milch camels with their young, 40 cows and 10 young bulls, 20 she-asses and 10 he-asses. He put each herd separately in the care of a servant and said to each, "Go on ahead of me and leave gaps between the herds." Then he gave these instructions to the first. "When my brother Esau meets you and asks you to whom you belong and where you are going and who owns you, say these beasts you are driving, you are to say, 'They belong to your servant Jacob. He sends them as a present to my lord Esau, and he is behind us.'" He gave the same instructions to the second and the third and all the drovers, telling them to say the same thing to Esau when they met him. And they were to add, "Your servant Jacob is behind us," for he thought, "I will appease him with the present that I have sent on ahead. And afterwards, when I come into his presence, he will perhaps receive me kindly." So Jacob's present went on ahead of him, but he himself spent that night at Mahanaim. During the night, Jacob rose, took his 2 wives, his 2 slave girls, and his 11 sons, and crossed the ford of Jabbok. He took them and sent them across the gorge with all that he had. So Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him there till daybreak. When the man saw he could not throw Jacob, he struck him in the hollow of his thigh, so that Jacob's hip was dislocated as they wrestled. The man said, "Let me go, for day is breaking." But Jacob replied, "I will not let you go until you bless me." He said to Jacob, "What is your name?" And he answered, "Jacob." The man said, "Your name shall no longer be Jacob, but Israel, because you strove with God and with men and prevailed." Jacob said, "Tell me, I pray, your name." He replied, "Why do you ask my name?" But he gave him his blessing there. Jacob called the place Peniel, because he said, "I have seen God face to face, and my life is spared." Then the sun rose as Jacob passed through Peniel, limping because of his hip. This is why the Israelites to this day do not eat the sinew of the nerve that runs into the hollow of the thigh, for the man had struck Jacob on the nerve in the hollow of the thigh. All right, so that's the end of chapter 32.